In 1925, a diphtheria epidemic broke out in Nome, Alaska. Serum was desperately needed to treat the illness. However, the city was completely icebound, ruling out transportation by sea or air and leaving more than 1,400 people in peril for their lives.
An epic journey called the Great Race of Mercy was organized, involving 20 mushers and 150 sled dogs. The sleds carried the needed medicine on behalf of the U.S. Public Health Service across 674 miles of some of the most inhospitable terrain.
Thankfully, not one of the sled drivers decided to take refuge from the bitter cold or to surrender to the elements. The gravity of the task required unflinching commitment.
Each one recognized that his time, his calling, and most importantly the serum he carried was not his own. In a word, the sled drivers were stewards.
1 Corinthians 4:2 tells us, "It is required in stewards that one be found faithful." A steward is someone who is entrusted with something that is not his or her own.
As a human being, and a Christian specifically, you and I are overseeing God's resources on our journey through this world. We are stewards.
The earth is the Lord's and all its fullness, the world and those who dwell therein. David's words in Psalm 24 go well beyond our physical possessions, our bank accounts or brokerage accounts, our homes or cars.
Everything we have, our being, our lives, it all belongs to Him. This means our time and talent as well. We want to use it all to glorify Him.
The U.S. Public Health Service did not give us this stewardship. No, for Christians, the stakes are much higher. 2 Corinthians 5 verse 10 says, "We must all appear before the judgment seat of Christ."
The sober reality is that one day we will all give an account to the living God for how we used our resources.
The hope of every believer is to hear from the Lord the words, "Well done, good and faithful servant." This approval will be a certainty for those who make the supremacy of Christ evident in every area of life, including finances.
Believers Stewardship Services, or BSS, exists to help Christians in their stewardship responsibilities.
BSS has the necessary technical knowledge, including planned giving expertise, investment acumen, and understanding of the tax and regulatory landscape.
More importantly, BSS also has the Christ-honoring perspective to support you as a steward. That is helping you change the way you think about your assets. BSS is a not-for-profit organization. Therefore, most services are provided free of charge or at a significantly reduced cost.
BSS can assist you with estate planning. If you have never done any estate planning, you are not alone. More than half of all adults in the United States do not have a last will and testament.
Completing a will is only one step in putting your estate in order. Advanced medical directives, healthcare proxies, and a power of attorney document are also items to consider. A well-thought-out estate plan can save your family tremendous heartache and unnecessary costs.
BSS can also assist you with planned giving. People often wish they could give more to the Lord's work. By structuring a planned gift, Christians can have a greater impact than they thought possible on the ministries they love.
A customized giving strategy can bring about tax savings and positively impact your income. These savings say nothing of the profound difference that can be realized by the work you are supporting.
If you've never heard of a donor-advised fund, a charitable remainder trust, or a charitable gift annuity, BSS can explain how these tools may be of use.
BSS is a registered investment advisor. Where appropriate, BSS offers investment counseling. The ministry helps individuals and institutions by identifying financial goals and determining a suitable mix of investments to attain them.
BSS has no products to sell and can sit on your side of the table when offering objective and prudent investment advice.
BSS also offers financial planning services. The staff leads select believers through a program that articulates their financial and spiritual goals and propels them towards fulfilling their dreams.
BSS refers to this process as finding your place in His story, in God's story.
In many ways, the work BSS does supports local fellowships of Christians and related ministries.
It supports the work of ECS Ministries.
It supports the work of Pittsboro Christian Village and other Assembly senior living communities.
It supports Bible camps such as Camp Lailolai.
It supports Emmaus Bible College
and the work of CMML.
And so many other works of the Lord at home and abroad.
Every time a Christian saves for the future, gives away assets, or spends money, no matter the amount, it really is a spiritual decision.
The Scripture does not advise or recommend that stewards be faithful. It is required of us.
Whether you have many assets or just a few, whether you're a corporate CEO or a dog sled driver, you want your day before the judgment seat of Christ to be one of no regrets.